what he was doing and stuff, that always finished well in his works. Even when he was just going 3/8 of a mile, you know, it always finished well. And, you know, he spent most of the summer, his early stuff at Saratoga, and, you know, I was in and out, but, you know, I mean, that kid that's a clocker up there always, you know, say, you know, he always finishes good. But like I say, it wasn't a matter where I thought, you know, we're going to run him and he's going to win way off, and then we're going to get ready for the Champagne and the Breeders' Cup and all that. That was not what we ever thought, you know. And when he ran the first time, he acted crazy in the gate, got away terrible, got way out of it, you know, and came running. I was watching on TV, so I never did see him about the last 16th of a mile. And but you know, it gave us some hope that maybe if there was some talent there. But you know, as I said earlier, you know, when I left Aqueduct on November the 24th, I had no idea I'd be standing here today.
What's the name from?
Well, it's orbs of circle in the circumference by Malibu Moon. So.
Until the race, is the hardest part over now? Is this just the calm before the storm?
Well, I think the thing that the most anticipation was his work last Sunday. I wanted that to go right, which it did. You know, obviously I'll be anticipating the work on Monday, just that hopefully it'll go good one way or the other, and I'm sure that it will. And then, you know, the days that we school in the paddock, you know, I mean, probably the first time we take him over there, he's probably going to be on his toes, and hopefully the second time we take him over there, he'll settle in and be fine.
What's it like to see all those horses with TAP on it, a trainer with that many horses?
Well, I'm pretty used to it. I've had to look at TAP for a long time. But I can't seem to get away from it. You know, Gulfstream, Belmont, Saratoga, and this and that. You know, I mean, they've got a strong hand. You know, he's got a lot of horses. You know, they key a lot on their 2-year-olds, and you know, that's what gets him here today. I mean, you know, we don't nearly have that much. You know, I mean, we've got 25 2-year-olds. You know, they got 200. But and that's fine. That's the way that I position myself, and that's the way I want it to be, and that's the way they position themselves. But you know, they do a great job. And believe me, when you're in there, you got them to beat, and it's not easy. I'm telling you that, whether it's a maiden first-time starter or Kentucky Derby or wherever, you know, a handicap race later on in the year. You know, when they're in there, you better pay attention.
Derby can be such a long day. Is it a good thing that you've got a high-quality horse like Point of Entry in the Woodford Reserve?
Well, you know, it'll make the day go a little bit quicker. You know, I mean, we got one to run earlier in the day too in the Philly race, and so at least I'll have something to do. And you know, I mean, I've got horses over here, which made it a lot easier for me to be able to have something to do during the mornings. And you know, so I'm looking forward to it. We got one in here on Tuesday. Got a couple to run on Friday, so hopefully it'll, you know, keep my time taken up. And you know, I've enjoyed being here. I've been here since Monday, and I've enjoyed my time here, and I'm going to enjoy next week too, I hope.
Been around the game a long time. Is there any one particular learning experience that was most valuable to you?
I'll tell you a story. It was Breeders' Cup '88, Purcell Ensign. You remember it was cold as could be. They ran the Classic in the dark, and Easy Gore was second. Mining then running good in the sprint. Purcell Ensign won, which that made up for any mistake. And Easy Gore was second to Seeking the Goal was second to Ali Sheba in the Classic. In the dark, and I'm walking back, and it's cold, and back around this turn, and I kind of had my head down, and I heard somebody behind me say, "How'd you do today?" And I said, "Well, I had a winner in 2 seconds, and no good." And the guy said, "Boy, you had a good day." And I looked back, and it was Mr. Whittingham, and that was a huge learning curve for me, because I did have a good day, and I wanted to have my head down, and I've thought back a lot of times on that, you know, because when a guy that was as successful and as good a horse trainer as he was, you know, can say that to a young guy. I mean, at that time I was 37 years old, I think. You know, it meant a lot. That was a huge learning curve for me, you know, just that And I've thought back sometimes when I had my head down after a big race, maybe you ran second or something. Say as a point of entry last year in the Breeders' Cup. You know, you did the best you can. That's all you can do, and that's one of the things that really has stuck to me the whole time. And coming here this year, I mean, I think that with the experience under my belt, the place that I've been, the horses I've been around and stuff is, I think that I've got, the confidence level is a lot higher. I kind of know, what to expect, good or bad. But I'm going to take it that way. And, I came here after the Florida Derby, with the idea that, we're going to come here and have fun. And we're going to make it fun. We're excited for the opportunity, and that, hopefully everything goes good in the next 7 days. So next Saturday night, late Saturday afternoon, that we have the opportunity to maybe have a chance to win, and I think that those are probably two of the things that maybe stick out as much as anything.
I was in your barn all day that Breeders' Cup day. Miserable day, but the ups and downs, I guess that's horse racing.
That's part of it. And like I say, I mean, last year I thought we were taking over the best horse in the Breeders' Cup, and we finished second to a very good horse in Little Mike, and yeah, I was disappointed. But I kind of knew that things didn't go exactly our way, and really I was a lot more concerned about my people than I was kind of myself. I'd been there. The girl that gallops him, Jen, that gallops Orb, I was probably maybe more concerned about her feelings than I was really my own, and she handled it very well, and that's part of it, and it's part of the learning curve on this whole thing. You can be disappointed, but you got to hit your pants up and go again. And Michael Strahan was at the Breeders' Cup, and I ran into him coming through the paddock afterwards. And I said, I'm disappointed, but I'm gonna pick up the pieces and go again. I said, you know about that? He said, I know about that. So that's
Shug,
the way it is.
as the years and even the decades go by, do you find that you can enjoy more just great racing for just the art of great racing, even if you're on the short end of the photo?
I think very much so, Jenny. I think at one time I thought I had to win every one, and now I know. The more you learn about it, the more you know that you can't win every one, and all you can do is go over there and try to take the horse over there the best way that you possibly can. As I've told people, the last 2 or 3 weeks, with this thing, I'm all in. I'm gonna give it everything I got, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I think that I realize through learning and the learning curve in this whole thing that it's not going to always work, but sometimes it does.
That sounds so obvious that you can't win every time.
Right.
But I guess to really actually accept that is not as easy as
it's
when
not
you're a
easy,
competitive person.
Yeah, I'm a very competitive person. I hate to lose. But, if you win 25% of the time, you're doing really good. If you're a football coach, you get fired. But, so like I say, I don't ever go over there wanting to lose. But I realize that you're not going to win all the time, and you've got to be able to accept it, and you've got to be able to accept the circumstances. And just like next week, we got the post position draw. If we draw a bad post, there's nothing I can do about it. I hope we don't. And if we go out there, I think I've got a very good rider. If I take the horse over there prepared the best that I can prepare him, then I'm going to leave it up to him, and if there's a problem, it happens. I've always said that on, like in grass races, I'll tell